Hey YouTube, it's your girl Aisha, aka Geek XX Chic, and I am back with another review. This is for The Walking Dead. We are in Season 7, Episode 10, which is called New Best Friends. And I'm going to just go ahead and take a leap and think that this has to do with this massive group that we saw Rick and his people stumble upon in the junkyard. We left off last week with as I mentioned, that ending scene with Rick being surrounded by all those people and him smiling rather than looking terrified. We know Daryl is still in Daryl's still in the kingdom, and we know Carol's there, so I think we might possibly get our Daryl-Carol reunion. I think that's the main reason he was left there in the first place. Anyway, this is going to be another slightly longer episode, so we might as well jump right in. Let's go.
Now, boss. Yes, Jerry.
No guns for bad boys.
You hit me first, prick.
What's that?
Why can't men just keep it in their pants sometimes? Seriously.
Where do we go?
Little shit.
Richard!
Morgan!
Can I have my stick back, please? Someone gave it to me.
Oh, you shouldn't have told him that, Morgan.
Someone
He's a
who's
dick.
gone.
See, I'm sad about it, but I'm happy because this is something that's going to motivate Morgan. You know he's not going to be down with losing that stick permanently. No way.
You sick with this stick, man?
Jerry!
Oh, I like Jerry, which means he's probably going to die a horrible, horrible death.
I'm okay.
Ezekiel.
Oh,
This is
taking you to your creepy little camper of glass.
Alexandria at the hilltop, and the kingdom hitting first, hitting hard.
Katie.
Every wipe the
Who's
saviors from
Katie?
the earth.
It's a backpack. Probably his
Keeping
kid.
people doesn't. She's tough.
Say her name.
Maybe she'll live.
Say a damn name. Carol.
Oh, you son of a
I
bitch.
hoped you didn't know her.
Wow. He's gonna kill. If he's such a. Why doesn't he kill himself then?
And you need the kingdom.
Yeah, but killing Carol's not gonna get you that.
What we have to do requires. She gets hurt. She dies. She catches a fever. She gets taken out by a walker. She gets hit by lightning. Anything happens to her, I'll kill you. I would die for the kingdom.
No, you wouldn't, clearly.
Why don't you?
Yeah, you want Carol to die for the kingdom. I really hate when you see these people who talk about sacrifice, but it's never anybody that they care about or themselves. It's always someone else. What kind of weird square dance did these guys end up in?
You want to buy them back?
So, maybe someone should tell that girl that they got a beauty salon back in Alexandria, because,
Gabriel.
I don't know if she did that hair on purpose,
first,
but...
then we can talk. Join us. Join us. In fighting them.
You can tell this is Rick's third time doing this speech. It's so polished now.
No.
Alright, well. Rick's like, damn it, that was my best rendition, too.
Let us go, or I will kill her!
Father!
Away from Tamiel now.
I like that Gabe didn't move until Rick told him to. Good boy.
Your word.
Just tell us, we'll get it for you! We'll show you what we can do!
Michonne's like, wait, hold up.
Now!
Anything? Michonne's like, try and take him.
It's okay.
Where are they taking him?
Okay, so no one talks. That's gonna work well.
All of us
Our kingdom is where all the light touches.
We take, we don't bother. They're worth it.
What the? Did we somehow stumble into a garbage heap in Mad Max? Oh. Ow, ow, ow.
Use them!
That's right, help your man, girl. Yes. Richonne. Oh, we're getting murder face Rick again. See a little blood in the beard. Alright. Stage 1, clear.
You'll get a third. And we're taking back what you just stole from us.
Negotiations. See what I did there? With what? Really? You're the one who caused him to get hurt. You're like, no, I don't want to shake your bloody hand. These are new gloves. Okay, her boots look awfully new. Might be a department store somewhere in that garbage heap.
Hold up.
Wait a minute.
Cobbler.
You gotta love
Kevin
Jerry,
said we'd
though.
like it, just in case you did open the door.
Jesus took us to the kingdom. Morgan said you just left.
That was an oddly biblical statement without being on purpose, I'm sure.
I saw you.
What made you smile? What made you so...
Father Gabriel as all of us last week. Well,
We shouldn't be
well.
going back to Alexandria. We need to stay out and let the
Rick's
events
getting
speak.
lucky tonight.
Rick, if we gotta stop people from taking from us, or we gotta take from other people, I don't care. We win. Grow up.
Starting to sound a little bit like the saviors there, Rosita.
Because we won. And to replace the one you lost.
Oh,
Alright.
throwback to the episode where Michonne had that ugly ass. Oh.
Is everybody back home okay?
You kind of should tell her. She's gonna find out anyway, but.
Daryl.
We got them all. We made a deal with the rest of them. Like Ezekiel. Everyone's alright.
Oh my gosh. I don't know.
Everyone's alright.
Sorry. Just
Going
imagine.
back to Hilltop
She would
this
just.
morning. Getting ready.
Daryl survives the saviors, taken out by a tiger. Yeah, I don't know if you leaving is a good idea, Daryl. I don't think you just walking out in the open road with your crossbow is a good idea when the saviors are looking for you. Yeah, that was New Best Friends, Walking Dead. That was a decent episode. Obviously, the Carol Dale reunion was a huge thing. A lot of people have been waiting for that for a minute, since last season, really. And I'm glad that Daryl finally got his answers, because I think we all know that he took Carol's leaving really, really personally, and for good reason. Him and Carol are probably the closest out of the main group, and so the fact that she took off really affected Daryl. That's why he got captured in the first place, is because he left to go find her. And he, you know, conveniently left that out when he met her again. I got mixed feelings about Daryl not telling Carol the truth about what happened to Glenn and Abraham, and even what happened to him. But at the same time, we know eventually, I mean, Ezekiel's people already know what happened, and I think it's gonna somehow through the grapevine get to her. And I don't know, I don't think she'll be mad at Daryl for not telling her, but I don't know, I guess maybe if Daryl had stuck around even another day or spent the night at Carol's place as friends, you freakily, then maybe he would have been, okay, well, here's what actually happened. Also, the whole thing with him and Richard, like Richard It's so frustrating because I appreciate that Richard understands that the way things aren't gonna stay that way. Richard's looking for a fight, and he's not the kind of person you want in a fight because he's not gonna sit back and listen. I mean, the fact that he was willing to kill Carol to hopefully, because there was no guarantee, hopefully incite Ezekiel into some sort of a rage over her death. See, this one just shows you that, again, this is what Rosita keeps forgetting, this is what now Richard doesn't understand, is that Negan is not the kind of guy who goes after the perpetrator. He's not that kind of person. But we've already seen that if Negan sees that you are someone who's strong and smart and powerful and you do something to hurt him, he's not necessarily gonna go after you directly. He's gonna find people you care about or innocent people, hurt them, and then put that on you because he needs to break you down mentally. So Negan would much rather have those types of people broken down mentally to the point where they work for him than out there, you know, dead, right? They're no good to him dead. So anyway, if Richard understood that, he would know that killing Carol or getting them, like, first of all, they may not even kill Carol. And secondly, it probably would have turned around and made things entirely worse for the kingdom and innocent people within the kingdom. Why are these people always like, well, someone's got to die for the cause, there's got to be sacrifice? It's never said by the people willing to actually do the sacrifices. If Richard was so keen on getting that done, why didn't he just go out there and sacrifice himself to the saviors? Why was he going to go and kill Carol, who did nothing to him? Or I want him, if someone has to die in Kingdom, I hope it's Richard and not Jerry, because Jerry is awesome. Any man who brings you cobbler in the apocalypse can stay. On to the junkyard people. I looked it up online. Apparently they're called the scavengers. I'm not sure if I'm about all this weird talk, you know, the way Jadis kind of had this weird backwards speak, like Yoda-esque type stuff. I mean, if this was 10 years after the zombie apocalypse, or even 20 or something like that, where humans have become so dispersed and society's broken down to that level where, yeah, maybe people no longer speak, I would maybe believe it, but it's been like 2 years. Like, seriously, lady, I highly doubt that you and everyone who's here forgot how to talk in 2 years. I don't know, like, I usually really love the stuff they do effects-wise on the show, but I was a little over the whole Thunderdome walker. Like, really? A walker with all these spikes and like, what? Like, I don't know, that whole moment was kind of a little over the top for me. Like, I think I would have more invested or believed it more if they'd thrown Rick into a pit of just regular walkers and been like, okay, that was more believable to me and far more nerve-wracking than some, like, how did this walker even come to be? Like, how is he down there? How do they have him out on cue in a junkyard? Like, I just had too many questions that were too plot device driven for me to really get into it, but whatever, it happened. Rick prevailed. My favorite part of that was just the fact that we got to see more of my favorite ship, hashtag Richonne. I love the fact that, like, Michonne was like looking and being like, hey, listen, babe, this is what we're gonna do. See those walls? Work. Like, I love that they worked together despite the fact that they weren't physically in the same space at that point and still managed to, like, kick butt. Like, I love that they're showing over and over again that Rick and Michonne are a unit and they work better together. That they are much more lethal, badass, and successful when they are working as a team versus separate. I just really love that Scott Gimple and all the people in the show are really trying to show that that solidarity between the two of them is so huge and foundational and wonderful. And yeah, it was great. And of course, for those who are, you know, this is my little shipper moment. Sorry for you guys out there who aren't big shippers, but the moment where he grabs the cat and he gives it to her, the little garbage cat, I mean, that was a throwback to Clear, the episode Clear. I always remember it because that's my favorite. It was one of the few episodes that Morgan was in before he was on the show regularly. But anyway, remember Richonne went into that cafe with Carl and she got that ugly black painted cat? And she was like, oh, it's too gorgeous or whatever. And it was just kind of a cute random Michonne moment. The fact that there was a throwback in this episode and the fact that Rick remembered that she grabbed that ugly cat. I just love these little moments to show that Rick is always thinking about Michonne and always thinking about what she loves and what she cares about. And I love that stuff. And a show that's about so much death and horror and terrible things, I really love that they still take moments of like, hey, like connections and love and all that stuff's really sweet. And anyways, that's it. I will stop shipping and getting all goopy on you guys. Just one last little tidbit about Rosita. I'm gonna play devil's advocate a little bit here because I get that she's being extremely annoying right now. However, I think just as from her perspective, I think a lot of people are forgetting that Rosita is still carrying around a great deal of guilt in regards to what happened the last time Negan was at Alexandria. I mean, yes, she's still sad and grieving over Abraham, but even more than that, like the shot she took at Negan that didn't end up killing him, it cost the life of Olivia, and then of course, and Eugene was taken. She was hoping, in her head somewhere in that whole scenario, she thought if all things went south with her little plan, she would be the one to die. She was willing to take the risk of her life to get the problem, get the problem solved, unlike Richard. And that's not what happened. We saw Olivia ended up paying for Rosita's actions. So she's still dealing with that, and I think people have kind of forgotten it. Like, I think everyone, the whole group obviously knows that Negan is responsible for Negan's actions. He's the reason why these things happen. However, from Rosita's point of view, I think she very much blames herself for what happened, kind of the way that Daryl's kind of blaming himself for what happened to Glenn. It's just that transference, right? Because she cared about these people, and she really did in her head convince herself that if she got caught or things went south, she'd be the only person to suffer, and that's not what happened. This is, I think, a little bit of Rosita's grieving process, and while it's driving me crazy, I get it. And I'm just hoping in the next episode or two, she finally can find it in herself to forgive herself for it and realize she's got to work with the group, otherwise this is all going to fall apart. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this with me, guys. This was so much fun as usual. If you like this video, please click like, and if you want to see more from this geeky face, go ahead and subscribe. Until next time, guys, have a fantastic one. Bye!